State-a-thon is a dance marathon that occurs here on the SDSU campus every year. They look to raise money for Children's Miracle Network, and all the money that they raise stays local to children and their families affected by injury or illness who are benefiting or being treated at the Sanford Children's Hospital in Sioux Falls. Today, I have with me Lindsay Robotham.
Hi.
And Kate Vogel.
Hi.
They both are on the State-a-thon Executive Committee, and they're here to talk about what State-a-thon is and what the day looks like. And it's coming up here pretty quick, April 9th. So tell us a little bit about what State-a-thon is.
State-a-thon is a event that we hold on campus every year. This is the 21st year we are having State-a-thon. And basically what we do is we fundraise all year. We have events and things going on all year to kind of like gather participants and gather funds for the day of. And the day of event kind of looks like we get to hang out with the Miracle Children and play games and dance. And overall, just have a really great time and celebrate our efforts for the Children's Miracle Network and the Sanford Children's Hospital.
One fundraiser that comes immediately to my mind that you guys did, got a little bit creative, was sell crumble cookies on campus.
Oh yeah, that ended up being super successful. And so we were just really excited to do it. First of all, everyone's super excited about the cookies, but then knowing it goes back to the families, it was just a really fun way to celebrate our kids.
Right. So that was one thing that was new this year. So what would you say is your fundraising tally right now, about a week before the event, a little over a week?
We're about 2/3 of the way to our goal for this year, so we're definitely not done yet. We have a lot of efforts that we still need to be putting into our fundraising, but we're pretty confident that we're going to be able to make it happen because we're really passionate about making miracles happen.
And what is your fundraising goal for this year?
It's $150,000.
All that money stays local, benefits children and their families who may have a serious illness or injury. And the day of State-a-thon, you actually get to meet some of those families, right?
Yeah, correct. So we get to hang out with, I think this year we have like 14 families coming so far. In the past, we've had anywhere from like 10 to 20 families coming, and we get to meet the kids and their siblings and their parents. And it's just really cool to be able to see like the actual impact that you're making, because the parents will sit there and be like, wow, because you guys fundraise so much money, we didn't have to pay for meals all 90 days we were in the hospital or something like that.
That's pretty amazing. You kind of get to see your direct result of the work that you guys are doing. Tell us a little bit about what the day of State-a-thon looks like in itself. It's pretty jam-packed with a lot of fun, a lot of dancing, obviously.
Yeah, we definitely fill the hours that we have. Kind of start off with introductions with the family, kind of get to know who the kids are, hang out for a little bit, get to learn a dance choreographed. It's super easy, super fun. And kind of go throughout the day, have some meals, play some games, a few short little fundraisers, but really just have fun and celebrate, and that's the goal for the day.
I think a big misconception about the day of State-a-thon is that like it's a dance marathon and you're going to be dancing all day. Absolutely not. I feel like that turns off a lot of people from signing up or participating, but you don't have to be a dancer. You don't have to be a good dancer at that to even participate, let alone enjoy the day of State-a-thon.
Very good point. There are a lot of students involved in State-a-thon. It's always been a really big organization. Tell me about how many students are involved this year.
So we have 309 currently. And so they have a range of different roles, whether they're dancing, being a morale leader on committees. We're super grateful for all the dancers we have, and they're really killing it this year.
And what are the requirements for students if they want to join State-a-thon?
So to sign up as a dancer, there's a small registration fee up front that just kind of covers like your t-shirt and your meals for the day of the event. And then we set a fundraising goal for every participant to raise at least $50 to, fully like make their impact. They're definitely encouraged to go above that $50 as well. That being said, like if they don't fundraise their $50, we're not going to turn them away from coming to celebrate our efforts either.
And fundraising efforts honestly continue throughout April 9th, the day of State-a-thon, right? How can people follow along with State-a-thon if they aren't at the event physically?
We post a lot on our social medias, SDSU State-a-thon on Facebook, Instagram. We have a TikTok too. We started that last year. We have a Twitter, tweet every once in a while, but those are really good ways to stay involved if you're not able to make it.
And if people want to donate to State-a-thon, how can they do that?
There's a couple ways that you can make your donation to State-a-thon. If you know anybody who's a participant or a dancer in State-a-thon, you can donate directly to their donor drive. It's kind of like just your account that you put your individual fundraising efforts in online, or you can just make a general donation to State-a-thon. It can be cash, check, online, Venmo, really whatever, and it'll all go towards our same cause.
Fundraising for Children's Miracle Network, I mean, it's kind of an emotional process, especially through State-a-thon, because you really get to, you get to meet the families and you get to see the direct impact of what your funds are doing. Why is State-a-thon so important?
For me, I kind of got to see it a little bit when I actually volunteered at the Sanford Children's Hospital, and so that's why I got interested. I was like, I want to help them. How can I help them? And now being involved in it, meeting so many of the dancers and exec members, and then meeting directly with the families, it's incredible. It's a really heartwarming feeling.
I think for me, State-a-thon's so important because I grew up as a kid who was like kind of sick a lot, and I was always in and out of the hospitals. And I think it's just really important to be able to make that go one step farther for the kids and make that difference, to make the impact on their hospital stay, going from just being a hospital stay to being a hospital stay that's not filled with fear, or where your family doesn't have to worry about paying for meals, all that stuff. And that's the stuff that our funds support. And I think that's really special. Other than that, the people I've met in State-a-thon are really great. The executive board members, it's really cool to see people working collaboratively to make a dream a reality.
Good point. Kind of your chance to give back.
Mm-hmm.
So State-a-thon, the day of, it's not just for, you guys to meet the families and, speak with them. It's really kind of a day of distraction for them as well. You guys get to have a lot of fun along the way. What is it like to kind of be able to give that for them too?
I always feel like I get to be a kid for the day, and I can just go and have fun and be a little crazy. Playing games with the kids, it's so rewarding, and doing whatever we can to make them feel like they can just enjoy their day and get to leave behind any of their medical worries or stress.
I think it's really fun to just get to sit down with the kids and play games. I remember last year I was in the families room, and I just got to color with a bunch of kids for a while. And it's just, they love State-a-thon. They love coming to State-a-thon and hanging out with the college kids and having fun. And it makes them feel like a kid who doesn't have to worry about when's the next time they're going to go to the hospital or something like that.
So it's not too late to sign up. If students want to participate, how can they do that?
Our social media, SSU State-a-thon, has linked a place to sign up and kind of get involved. Otherwise, we've sent out a few emails throughout the year through Students Association and Jex Club Hub. Honestly, if you just go to your email and search State-a-thon, I'm sure it'll pop up for you.
Don't forget, State-a-thon, April 9th, Volsdorf Ballroom in the University Student Union, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Check-in starts at 9. It's not too late to sign up, and it's not too late to donate. They're 2/3 of the way to getting their goal of $150,000. Thanks so much, Lindsay and Kate, for being here with me today.
Thank you so much for having us.
This is Between Classes. Thanks for listening.